Lonely Lodge will still narrowly be in play. Outside of that, just the drone ship from up above.
The right side of your screen, don't get the format for these. Oh, Quinn goes down.
I think he got caught with his build still in his hand. He wasn't expecting it.
See the blueprint out. You hate to see that. The Victory Royale worth 10 points. Top 5 is 7. Top 10 is 5. Top 15 gets you 3. And every elimination, that single point, and every elimination so valuable in 6 matches. We're not looking at the same 10 that we saw in the qualifying weeks. You have only the 6, but it's a guaranteed 6. You have to take advantage of every elim you can, because looking at the leaderboard like Sundown did earlier, 17 points at that time spread first to 10th place.
Yep. Here the fights continue. Tyler 15 and Lenane in an awkward position right now as Tyler 15 has gone down, and there's pressure from both sides. And you've got to think these players know exactly where they are, and that's what they're going to do. Already 4 eliminations between Forzier as well as Noward, and they're trying to get this wall replaced. They've got one. Did he get the pyramid as well? I can't tell as of right now.
Interesting note about Tyler 15 and Lenane. They had planned to run just the first qualifier, week 2 together, and if they did not qualify for the World Cup, they agreed that they were going to try and hook up with their normal duos.
Yep.
And lo and behold, they qualified for the World Cup, so here they are. They have not spent a whole lot of time together, and it's amazing to say that because the cohesion between those two, oftentimes when we watch them, they're on top of each other's game the entire time.
Yep. And that's why they've made it this far. 65 players left. The next storm surge could be happening soon. You see the shockwave grenades used as Crims right now eats a rocket to the face, down to just 79 HP. Thankfully, if you're a Crims fan, he does have 5 minis to pop, 2 big shields. I'm sure Spades. Oh no, Spades is full health, so I was going to say, I'm sure Spades, if he needs some shields,
they are good to go. They are good to go.
Spades just needed more AR ammo to keep shooting, Dr.
Exactly,
Lupo.
exactly. Hold down that left click and see what you can get. Especially in situations like this. We even saw that kind of thing happen in the Pro-Am. I think Tim the Tatman faced attacks from multiple sides while in the box.
It happens.
A number of players know how that feels, and so the ammunition does get chewed through quite quickly.
Absolutely is. You see where all these players are stacked up. Rote DW and Blue T taking over that main lodge right now. Sid's Lucky. Don't see the duo anywhere, so Sid's Lucky might be all by himself at the moment. 62 players left. Zayt, remember, by himself. Saf did get cut down earlier on, and it looks like Vinny also all alone. Maybe Zexor dropped earlier on in this game too.
Going into these late games, Jack.
Yeah.
Especially when we're on the second to last. Pressure is at an all-time high for some of these players, especially the ones that have never experienced a LAN event like this, and this is the biggest one that Fortnite has ever had. Do you think they're going to be able to capitalize on that, take advantage of their own nerves, and use that to climb the leaderboard?
I mean,
or is it going to get the best of them?
I'm just really, I can't even speak from experience on this. I mean, yeah, sure, I played at a few pro-ams, and sure outplaced you, Tim, Ninja, well, basically everyone yesterday as I got top 8, and that was an incredible performance that I'm truly proud of.
Jack, you outplaced us in both winnings and wake.
But as we take a look at this again, I actually forget what I was going for this because I was complimenting myself so much. But Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, 2 players who've had a very quiet day so far, up 4 points up to this game. They've matched that in this one alone, so they're at 8 overall. And well, that's that moment we're talking about. With the shield broken, the entire lobby has decided you are the player we're going to shoot at. And Nate Hill is burning through materials. This is looking like it's going to end right here for this FaZe Clan duo. Nate trying to make it through. Just a frantic flint knock shot. At that point, it's desperation. 6 total builds, no healing, only 34 HP.
Imagine if Nate had caught Wade.
Did tag him. And no.
Gospel side is caught between multiple teams, players rotating into the zone, players that were originally taking shots. A tough break there in Game 5 for Nate Hill and Funk Bomb.
Keenstar and Hunter do wind up finishing off that elimination with the help of Serpent and crew. 57 players left now. This zone that is in the middle of basically a forest, but most trees are now gone. I'm looking at the minimap right now. This is a pretty central zone where everything's remaining. So players on the outside will need to move in from all areas. The zone pushing forward. Here are Mitro and Mongol. A quiet game so far. 0 eliminations up to this point. The question remains, will EU climb up into the top 3? They're just on the outside right now. I know this is NA home turf, but I know the hundreds of thousands of European members of the Fortnite community are out there rooting for duos like Mongol and Mitro to pop on up. And unfortunately, when I mentioned EU duos, I just saw Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage go down to the duo of Arkram and Falconer as they continue to perform well, a team also in the top 6.
Not out of this just yet. One game still remaining. This circle, a east-southeast push. This is the 50-50 where you're going to see a number of players sit inside the next safe zone and take advantage of that ability to watch people rotate in. That's where a lot of the eliminations mid-game happen, is people trying to get into the next position. And players like Mongraal, Mitro, they are in spots to take advantage of that. That being said, Ronaldo does take out Mitro on the feet, picks up that elimination for the duo. 28 duos remaining. We're not even close to placement points yet. That happens at 15, Jack.
Yeah, and Mongraal knows this. When you look at his inventory right now, no combat shotgun, still this epic tactical shotgun, quite good. The big question for me, 2 shadow bombs, all the movement, how exactly does he play this? Mongraal looking for an elimination, shot comes on in, does get a small little shield tag, but not too much to begin to push that. Good job at least getting up this layer of height. Remember, it's so tough in elevation here when there's so many builds. Bottom right of your screen, another solo still remaining. It's Zayt, who still has, I believe, 3 shadow bombs left, Dr. Lupo, to make plays in the late game.
2 of the biggest players we've watched thus far. A lot of people just waiting to see how things are going to play out. Mongraal holding this edit. He's waiting for that opportunity to pop up with that purple tack. See if he can do enough damage to pick up an elimination or at least a knock, especially as we get into the circles where movement of the entire zone is going to happen. A knock will translate into a full elimination. The siphon will kick into the HP or shield. Those last second elims before things start to move, those are huge. They give you that little boost you might need to engage in the fight on the move. Falconer, Arkram sitting in a great spot right now, kind of smack dab in the middle of the current safe zone.
Yeah.
We have 21 seconds before this circle starts to move.
I mean, I feel like this duo hasn't been spoken about a ton so far today. They're currently top 5, Dr. Lupo, in another place where...
Incredible players.
Yeah, they can absolutely make some noise right here in this one if they can finish strong. Remember, other teams in the top 5, they'll still have representation. With Zayt still in this one, Falconer and Arkram. Arkram quite weak at the moment, though, about 120 HP in total. 27 duos left. If you're keeping in mind the format of this game, it's top 15, and they're going to go ahead and shockwave across. They both use one shockwave together, and now the push begins. Falconer slowly inching towards this zone. He's being pressured by some stinks at the moment. Only 7 total builds left. He's got to follow up his teammate, and that's a great recovery by this duo. He's made it back to Arkram, but look at the high ground, folks. The battle begins now. Aqua and Nyhrox are winners from last game, already back on height, and high ground has been the key to victory so far today.
Just underneath Airwax, the back-to-back Pro-Am winner, and his duo Nikov below. Previous game winner sitting all the way up on top. Cease and Elevate rotating across the very front of the circle. You see players flying across the current safe zone. The shockwave grenades so key in movement late game right now in the current meta. Players on bottom fighting it out. Only a few ballers left in play right now, and they're most likely, if not already, going to be eliminated very quickly.
19 duos left.
Aqua at the top. He'll come floating back down here in just a second.
Battle still going. Nyhrox and Aqua off the high ground. No one challenging for it as of yet. You got Elevate and Cease still on the low ground. Punisher there as well. Mongraal still making plays happen without any movement items left. We are one team away from placement points being earned, and there it is. We are now in our top 15.
Zayt getting caught off guard from behind. Name drops in.
He wound up dropping in 16th.
It's just outside of placement points.
Zayt and Saf will not earn placement points this game. The lobby beginning to drop like flies, and look on the high ground still, folks. It's Nyhrox and Aqua setting themselves up for a great spot at the end of this game. 2 players still left in ballers. Somehow, Mongraal is, oh no, he goes down right there. 11 players left, Dr. Lupo.
Players all the way to the high ground, still Aqua and Nyhrox. They have absolute ownership of everything underneath them so long as they stay on top of their material count. They don't get overzealous with those builds. You have to savor those, because right now there's nothing left unless you pick it up from a player that gets eliminated. Item at the edge of the zone goes down. Spray from that minigun from Aqua. He is not letting anybody move unchallenged right now.
So powerful. 2 duos left. It's Aqua and Nyhrox, Cease and Elevate. The rest are all solos down low. Clusia with the elimination on a Chapix. Cease and Elevate deciding to drop down low because I believe they're out of builds. They just got to go brawler mode right now. Cease getting chunked by this minigun of Aqua as he continues to rain down fire. Down goes Cease. Elevate now weak as well.
The circle's moving back the other way. Wolfies is at the forefront right now in one of the best spots because all those builds potentially already owned. He can just make his way on through without challenge.
Skype trying to challenge for high ground and gets absolutely beamed. Daedra and Wolfies in this game as solos. Cluja as well. Aqua and Nyhrox. Could they get another victory royale? Currently at 5 eliminations this game.
Aqua. Stick grenades from above, still riding the minigun, still 250 small ammunition remaining. This thing is so punishing from above. You have that high ground advantage. You have the shots on Wolfies from above the elimination, a 3v2 situation. Aqua, Nyhrox looking to pick up the first World Cup back-to-back victory royale, Jack.
Pressure coming on in, they drop down low.
Ouais, je laisse mes fingers, alors là, le petit gars là, Aqua, bravo, bravo.
17-point performance from Aqua and Nyhrox.
Ah, lui, franchement, il a... Ah là là.
That alone,
Bravo à eux deux,
those two
franchement, bien
games
sûr.
may be enough to push them
Bravo.
all the
Il
way
est ses
to
doigts,
the
je crois, il me
top
semble,
of the
si je ne me trompe pas.
leaderboard. And they are one game away if they
Piquer
can
le
hold
drapeau
that
lui, mais
from $3
GG à lui.
million.
Grand bravo pour la 5e partie.
My
Rien à dire.
folks,
Chapeau.
here it is again. Aqua with that minigun up top just made it impossible for any other team to even try to contest them on high ground. They send Nyhrox down, Cluja there as well. Here Cluja was doing everything he could, but again, when you're at a number disadvantage, Dr. Lupo, a health disadvantage, when you're on the low ground as well, I mean, I just don't see how you could even win the game. He tried to edit him down, unfortunately just can't hit the final shots as Aqua still drops him with 200 HP. And again, much deserved as they take the victory royale.
The reactions from these players are one of my favorite parts, especially at this level, Jack.
Yeah.
One game remaining. World Cup Finals Duos competition and the best players we've ever seen in any lobby, literally ever.
Yep.
And we're here along with literally 18,000 people at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Yeah, and they are enjoying themselves here today. What a feeling it has been. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage so far of the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. A reminder for the millions watching online right now, we still have another day of competition, and tomorrow it gets even more intense. The solos competition will be underway. Tfue will be involved as well. I'm sure a lot of people here looking forward to that, as it is going to be one to remember tomorrow. There's no duos that can save you. There's no reboots. It's you and you only. The nerves will be at an all-time high.
Who do you have if you look at the entire list of everybody for solos, real quick?
Gosh, well, I'm looking at anyone who's double qualified. For me, right off the bat, as people that could be favorites, and whoa, we just got the standings, and now I'm completely shifted focus. Sap and Zayt still in the lead.
3 points, Jack.
Yes.
First and second are separated by 3 points. The 2 victory royales now for Nyhrox and Aqua, definitely moving them way up the leaderboard.
Le petit français, ils ont baissé. Hein.
EU and NA.
Là, ils ont monté 10e.
Oh, yeah.
Au début, ils étaient dans la 7e.
Yep. Reddit says it over and over again. EU versus NA, and I think right
Allez,
now
les gars,
this leaderboard
remontez.
screams that the competition on both sides is huge. Page 2 on your screen now, Jack.
And there's Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, 12th place right now, 25 points. The difference between 11th and 20th, just 6 points right now. Dr. Lupo, still anybody's game as this continues on through. What a day we've had so far, just one game left. Everything on the line here, players preparing for this one as it should be starting up momentarily, but again, there are our leaders. And what we saw right there was them actually looking at second place, seeing exactly where they stand. Remember, when tiebreakers come into play, that second victory royale could make a major difference. We are almost ready for this last game here, but we want to take a look back at game number 5 with Ball.